You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast,
delivering player experience news.
Let's go! What is up, guys, and welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 327. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM on still Twitter, and I am joined over Discord by the Nintendo aficionado and hardcore casual himself, Roshan Warner at Roro.
Hello. Glad to be back.
We are glad you are back. Indeed.
Thank you.
I am messing with my mic because I realized that I wasn't hearing the right feedback. Anyways, we're good. Yes, glad that you're back. Glad that you're feeling better. No Resident Embark Glazer this week. We will return. But thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/@podcastpxn and twitch.tv/podcastpxn as well. The topic of the show this week is Sony apparently is sunsetting PlayStation single-player ports to PC. So we're going to dive right into our topic of the show right now, talking about that. So the original report, there was reporting all week, but then Jason Schreier ended up coming out with a report on Bloomberg that kind of detailed everything. Of course, Bloomberg has a paywall, so I have IGN linked here that's sourcing the Bloomberg report. So a new report has revealed that both Ghosts of Yotai and Saros will remain exclusive to PlayStation 5 as Sony begins to pull back from PC. Bloomberg has said that while Sony will continue to release online games on PC, single-player games will now remain console exclusive, marking a significant strategy shift. Sony had a strategy of releasing its PlayStation games on PC sometime after they hit console. This new policy marks a return to console exclusivity at a time when Microsoft is all in on multi-platform. So expect to see fighting game Marvel Tokon on PC as well as PS5. And of course, Bungie's upcoming Marathon will remain a multi-platform release as it comes out tomorrow. That'd be kind of a... Yeah, no, we're not releasing everywhere. But externally developed games like Death Stranding 2 and Kena Scars of Cosmora will launch on PC. But plans to release Sucker Punch's Ghost of Yotai were recently scrapped. Bloomberg suggested poor recent sales of PlayStation games on PC and the risk to the PlayStation brand, as well as a potential impact on PS5 and maybe even PS6 sales, were to blame for the policy shift. Meanwhile, Bloomberg suggested the prospect of PlayStation games running on the next Xbox, which looks like it will run PC games, may have also encouraged Sony's return to console exclusives. There's no mention of Marvel's Wolverine in the report, but given the timing of its release, a PC launch now seems unlikely. I guess this news coming out, Ro, are we thinking do we think this is a good decision? Obviously, it'll probably impact some people that maybe just have PC and don't have a PS5. Do you think this encourages them to go out and get a PS5 possibly?
Yes, I think business wise, unfortunately, it's probably a smart decision to help sell consoles. I think I remember I don't remember what the first PC game for PlayStation was. I think it was like Spider-Man, or I don't remember what it was. But I remember that being really exciting. Like it definitely made me think that, I don't have to rush out to get a PlayStation 5 right now. And then they kept releasing more games on PC and announcing that. And I thought it was like a really good consumer-friendly move. I was happy about that. but I understand the logic behind this decision in pulling back, even though I don't necessarily think it's great for the consumer. I do understand it in a business perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely, like, I would love to see like the numbers for like software sales and how much platform sales dipped since starting this PC migration as well, like to see how much it impacted them, or if it didn't or not. But yeah.
Sorry for the first part of what you said. I didn't hear you, but everyone at home, at home heard you. And I was messing with the dials because I realized there's a mixer that between the voice or the audio in my headset versus my monitoring, and I had it set wrong. But I think I got most of what you said. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's interesting also because consoles used to be in a space where like the console was there just to essentially get people into buying games for the platform. Like they subsidized the console basically. Like they made no money and actually took losses on consoles back in the day in order to, make up for it in sales of software. But now it's like, I don't know, like the last 2 generations, I think everyone is making profits now on the hardware side of things, to where Sony's like, oh, we don't want to lose all of our hardware sales because we're making a boatload of money by selling, almost 100 million PS5s already out there. And they want to keep that train going. They want to keep selling, PS6 hardware and et cetera. And I do agree with them that, exclusive software is going to sell more consoles, as long as they're continuing to make really high quality exclusives. But like you were saying, not necessarily best for the consumer, but like that's what Sony is looking at, I guess.
Yeah, what's best for the business.
Right.
Yeah.
The bottom line.
The bottom, unfortunately. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Like, I totally get it. And the Xbox thing is interesting too, where that might have been part of the equation, where if the next Xbox plays PC games, you might be able to play Death Stranding on, well, you can. Wait, that's one of the Death Stranding's on Xbox, isn't it? Or is it a PlayStation exclusive?
Death Stranding 1 is on Xbox, but not 2. Yeah.
But not 2. Okay. So that was a bad example. But like Spider-Man, for example. Spider-Man being on PC, like maybe that would be available on the next Xbox, and them like not wanting that exposure, I guess, or just not having the PlayStation brand on Xbox, even though Xbox seems to be okay with it the other way around these days. I totally understand it business wise. It's not something that I'm particularly happy about, but I get the logic.
Right. Yeah, they they go home, someone goes home and turns on their PC and they're like, oh, look at this new PlayStation game I got on this Xbox, because everything's an Xbox. No, I'm just kidding. It's just funny. It's funny to like think about, like that's one of their reasons. Like they're like, we can't have people thinking we're making this for Xbox, like. But then they're releasing games on Xbox still, because like they said, multiplayer games they're still going to release on Xbox and other platforms, I guess. So I don't know. It is interesting. I'm
bummed that Ghost of Tsushima got scrapped for PC, especially if it was like in the works. But I understand, like, moving forward, that like Wolverine probably won't come, and any other PlayStation exclusives that are in development right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that Death Stranding made the cut though, like we were talking about earlier in Kenna. So at least we got two more before they officially stop doing this.
Right. Well, and they did say, I think they said in the article also, like companies that they work with, like for instance, Kojima is like its own independent entity. Same as Kenna's developer, they're their own independent entity. I think they said those instances, like those games in the future, will still probably come to PC because they're their own, their own business or whatever.
They're more like partners
Yeah,
rather than like owned by them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably
Okay.
be just like a timed exclusivity thing in those situations. Kind of, well, not exactly like Final Fantasy because those games didn't come out for many years later, but yeah,
Right.
something similar. Yeah, it'll be interesting. As it does seem like Sony and Microsoft are kind of going in two completely different directions now, whereas before I think they were going on the same path, going towards the same thing, and it will be interesting to see which one is the better strategy. I still think it's interesting because, like, on the one hand, I think Sony is smart for driving people to their platform with the exclusives. Then on the other hand, it's like, will consumers realize like that that's not a great business practice because then they have to buy that piece of hardware and then outcry as a result of that, and will that affect Sony? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of question marks remaining to be seen, but also Microsoft is reevaluating everything as well with their new CEO. So maybe they change a bunch of shit and they're also going to get rid of releasing on other platforms, not necessarily PC, because I think that they'll always be on PC because of the nature, obviously Windows, but I don't know. It's a lot of moving parts.
Definitely. Yeah, I wonder like how much of of the general public. I know like the PC gaming is like growing a lot more recently, but like general gamer audience, like when they go into an EB Games and they see Ghost of Tsushima on the shelf and they see PS5, do they like even know that it's on Steam? Do they even know that Spider-Man is available on Steam for that outcry to be
That's
to
true.
hurt PlayStation enough for them to roll this back? But yeah, I guess not. That's why they probably might be moving forward with it, but only time will tell to
Yeah.
see how much it hurts or helps. But yeah,
Right.
like you said, Xbox might follow suit as well. Nintendo has been doing the exclusive thing for
True.
forever. It's clearly working for them. But yeah, Nintendo definitely marches to the beat of their own drum.
Yes, they do. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, definitely.
The Wii U. Ugh. The hell were you guys doing, Nintendo, with the Wii U?
And what were they doing? I loved it, but I cannot defend it. I cannot defend it. But I did love my Wii U.
I still can't believe it sold like 13 million consoles in like 5 years. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man. Yeah. Thank God for the Switch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And now they're fucking killing it. All right, bro. So
Yes, sir.
let's move into the PXN news of the week then. I have Pokemon Presents announcements here, Ro. Also, if you see anything in the bottom that you want to bring up, just let me know as I'm going through this. I figured Pokemon, you might have some things to say about this,
Yes, definitely.
Because
Definitely.
we got an announcement for the next generation Pokemon games, and that is Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. We got a little trailer, a little look at it, Ro. How are we feeling about it?
Great. I think it looks great. I like the first trailer that we got. It was definitely, I mean, we've talked about it on the show quite a bit where Pokemon fans have been kind of disappointed with how the games have been running on the Switch one and most recently the Switch 2 with Z to A. And then the Game Freak game Beast of Reincarnation got announced, and then we're like, oh, so you guys can do it. And it's not this, and so you guys are capable of making good looking games. So then the question became, was it the hardware? And then we see all these amazing looking games running on the Switch, like Resident Evil and now Pragmata. It was like, okay, so it's not the system, it's you guys. And then this trailer came out, and it looks a lot better than what we've previously seen for Pokemon on the console. So it's very exciting. but we have to wait and see for sure, because there
Sure.
have been times where Pokemon has shown off a trailer and then the game comes out and it's a little bit
Janky.
downgraded from what, janky and downgraded from what the initial trailer was. So we still have to wait and see, but based on what we've seen so far, I'm very excited. It looks very open. Like the water looks beautiful. I'm excited to be able to literally dive underwater and explore the depths of the ocean and catch Pokemon that way. And I'm assuming the opposite will be possible as well, to fly in the sky and explore that way. I love love is a strong word for the starters. I like the starters. I think the fire one is my favorite. The other ones I'm starting to warm up to, but when I first saw them, I was like, oh, okay. But
Bonbon.
yeah, Bonbon, yeah, the little Pomeranian fire dog.
That's awesome.
He's great. He's great. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm glad that it's not coming out this year as well. I'm glad that they announced it this year, and that whatever time they need to make sure it's polished and ready for a release next year, probably around November, I assume, is great. So I'm hoping that they're taking their time with this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it looked really good. I was kind of like, my interest was piqued a little bit because of this trailer. Like, it looked visually interesting. And like you were saying, the water does look really good. Like, this is on Switch, and that water looks that good, and you can dive underwater and get like basically a whole nother world under there. That's pretty cool. Catch some water Pokemon.
Exactly. And there's like some dense jungle areas as well. It's like, it's really cool. Like, to see how I love to see how like Pokemon interact in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like how they're gonna hide. I know that they're doing the overworld version of things, like how they most recently have done it, where you could actually see the Pokemon. But it's always interesting to see how they do legendaries or certain environments to kind of spice things up. So I'm excited to see how they do that in a world as dense as this one looks, at least.
Hell yeah.
Play around with it a little bit more.
Yeah. Hopefully it runs well.
Yes, exactly.
Monica posted thoughts on the Gen 10 starters, but I think we talked about it right after she posted that, so that was great timing.
Great timing. Yes, we like the dog.
Yeah, Bonbon looks awesome.
Bonbon looks awesome.
What do we think he evolves into?
Now that I was thinking like when I first saw him, I was thinking like lion vibes, but now that I know that he's based off of a Pomeranian, I'm thinking like more wolf, like Arcanine sort of looking evolution.
Okay.
But anything can happen. I don't know. I'm excited. I just don't want him to stand up. I want him to stay on all fours.
Yeah.
I want him to be like a fierce
dog.
fire starter. Yeah, exactly. A dog, yeah. Stay on your feet. Stay on all four of your feet.
Hell yeah. Okay. So that was the big announcement, but there were other announcements as well. Pokemon Champions is set to launch on Switch in April of 2026, and fans who download the game early will receive a Dragonite in their in-game mailbox. There will also be a special campaign where players can obtain Mega Stones for Pokemon that Mega Evolve in Pokemon Legends Z to A. More details regarding Pokemon Home connectivity and how it affects trained Pokemon and helpful characters in-game can be found on the official website. Pokemon Champions, is this like that fighting? Yeah. The fighting one? Yeah.
It's like only battles, it looks like.
Gotcha. Okay. We also got a short update on Pokemon TCG, giving a celebration of the 30 years of Pokemon, and they will have a celebration, I guess, pack or celebration cards that they haven't really fully detailed just yet, but It'll be released simultaneously this year in participating markets. Really, I hope these look good because I don't know. I've been pulled back into the Pokemon world with the cards. So if there are some cool cards from 151 Pokemon, then I might have to check some of this out. They're killing me with all this. They're killing me. I still want my fucking Mega Charizard XEX from Phantasmal Flames. That's fucking absurdly priced. I'm not buying that. Like, that's insane. No. Dude, oh my god. I bought like 30 packs or something of Phantasmal Flames. I can't get that fucking Charizard.
This is the Mega Charizard X? The black one?
This is the Mega Charizard XEX. And it's 125, I think, is the number. Yes, yep. The one with the blue Charizard. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love that.
900.
I know. I love the art. I love the art, but yes, I'm not paying that. That's insane.
That's insane. But yeah, the art is really nice.
Yeah. Ironically, the gold one in that pack is more rare, but it's not as expensive because I guess people don't like it as much. Which I don't blame them. I'm not a huge gold fan. I don't know.
It's too much sometimes.
Yeah. Kirik says, well, hello, gentlemen. Hello, Kirik. Thank you for joining us. And Monica's saying, same, laughing out loud, I gave up on Phantasmal Flames. I know. I got so many terrible pulls, and I was like, are you kidding me? Ugh. Perhaps one of the biggest surprises of today is Pokemon Pokopia, which is a new video that we got during this event, showing off more of the game. And also it launches tomorrow. But the surprising part was, well, to me, that this game is the highest rated Pokemon of all time. Is that right, Ro?
Apparently, yeah. I saw this as well. I was shocked myself. What was the highest one before? Do we know? I forgot.
I have no idea. That's a good point.
Pokemon. I know Black was pretty up there. Pokemon Black and White. And probably Soul Silver, maybe?
Pokemon Y was Metacritic's previous high rated Pokemon game.
The first 3D Pokemon. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. And it's an 88 right now on OpenCritic. That's like, and this is for people that don't know, it's basically like Animal Crossing meets Pokemon, right?
Yes, but people are like comparing it to more like Animal Crossing, but also Minecraft as well. There's like a lot of customization that you could do, and the developers are the same developers that made Dragon Quest Builders, that was also compared to Minecraft. And Dragon Quest Builders I used to play on my Vita back in high school, and it's a great game. But I wasn't expecting this to be the highest rated Pokemon game. But the more that I've seen from it is like it looks like really surprisingly like deep, like the mechanics and how much you can customize and how big your island can be. So it's really cool. Really cool. I don't know if I'm going to get it just yet. I'm going to see how my girlfriend enjoys it. She's supposed to be she pre-ordered it. So I'm going to see how she enjoys it, and then maybe I might get it. But
wow.
I was definitely surprised to see how well it reviewed.
Yeah. Very, very cool for them. Very not cool for our fantasy critic because nobody drafted this game.
No. I was thinking about it this weekend, but I was, like I said, I'm surprised. I didn't really think it would do that good.
Yeah,
but
it's on.
Not good enough to take a space. Yeah.
Eric said, "I saw that and I'm tempted, but I could never get into Pokemon games. It's the likeness to Animal Crossing that allures me. I mean, that might pull you into Pokemon then. Yeah,
that's true. Dragon Quest Builders was my first Dragon Quest game, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should actually try the actual games.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. Monica says she's gonna game share. Oh, you saw it. She's gonna game share with you, Rob.
Yes, I don't have to buy it now.
Yeah. Oh, it's a game key card. Okay, so the game's not physically on the card, apparently.
Yeah, it's one of those download
Yeah.
things. Depending on the game, it's not a big deal to me, but I understand
the frustration.
Yeah, the frustration. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like this game is kind of like a connected experience, right?
Yeah, like digital,
Yeah.
online. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Then we got a look at Pokemon Legends Z to A and Pokemon Legends Z to A Mega Dimension. I guess that's the next expansion for Z to A? I'm gonna guess.
Yes.
Mega Dimension.
Think so, or I would call it more like an update because I think it was just like literally one thing.
Oh.
that they added. Yeah. They
Fair
added
enough.
like what's his name? Garchomp.
See what's crazy? I'm looking at this trailer for the ZDA expansion, and like it doesn't look anywhere near as good as Winds and water wave. I wanted to say water waves, winds and waves.
Winds and waves, yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of people posting like comparison shots of just this is literally the last mainline Pokemon game, and it's just like such a huge drastic difference between the two. But yeah, it's crazy.
Heck yeah. Wow, look at this. This is a pleasant sight, we have Grace Warner in the chat saying, "Hi guys, take care of yourselves. This is Rose Grandma. Have a great night." Thank you, Grandma Warner.
Thank you, Grandma Warner. Wow. That's awesome.
Huge. Let's see what other Pokemon stuff we have. We have Pokemon XP and the 2026 Pokemon World Championships. All final matches will be held at the Chase Center, an arena that's 3 times the size of the venue where the 2025 World Championships took place. Over 3,000 players will battle in San Francisco this August to become the next world champion. There you go. World Championship. And then we got confirmation, of course, with the release of Pokemon Fire Red and also Pokemon Leaf Green, both launching for $19.99 on the Switch eShop.
Very cool. For some people were upset about the price.
I do think the price is a little crazy, but you know, like why not $19.99 for both of them total? Like
right, yeah, okay, I can see that. Like bundle them together,
right?
Yeah, $20 for yeah, okay, that's fair. Whoa, so $9.99 would be a better price, you think?
That's what I think, but yeah, I just feel like it's such a I don't know because those games are always like, and I know they encourage people like to, you know, there's differences between the games, but then it's like essentially it's the same game sort of like it's just kind of like tweaked, like I don't.
Yeah, just like exclusive Pokemon and some minor stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got to look at Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness coming to the Nintendo Classics from Nintendo GameCube. You can revisit that game, which I don't even remember that game. I owned a GameCube and don't remember that game.
This one I actually do want to play because I also never played it, but I always saw the game like in EB Games or GameStop, and I was like, wow, that's such a cool cover. But I just never got around to buying it or asking my parents for it. So yeah, I kind of want to give it a shot.
Hell yeah. This one was kind of like I feel like this one was like a red herring or like they misdirected people here, but Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue are coming to the Game Boy Jukebox. which is a new device that looks very similar to an original Game Boy, but it is essentially just the music of both Pokemon Red and Blue, and basically the Game Boy just is a jukebox that plays music. So comes with 45 cartridges that you can insert and listen to songs.
Neat. I wonder if they're going to add, like, if this is going to be something that they're going to expand upon, like other Pokemon games or other Game Boy games. I don't even know, like, if are there any other like highlights music wise on the Game Boy that would even warrant them to add.
Yeah,
I know Pokemon's pretty iconic, so what would they even add?
Very true, very true. Mario, maybe?
Yeah, true.
Then we jumped over to Pokemon TCG Pocket. They're dealing out limited time missions and special rewards for Pokemon Day from Friday, February 27th until Friday, June 26th. Log into Pokemon TCG Pocket to collect your rewards. And then Pokemon Go got an announcement for the 10th anniversary of that game. A huge range of Pokemon that have appeared in Pokemon Go will be appearing again all at once and for 3 days only from Saturday, March 7th to Monday, March 9th. So that is coming up this weekend. Leading up to the special event, there will also be another event themed around the Kanto region from March 3rd to March 6th. So that is right now. And if that wasn't enough, a 2-day global Pokemon Go tour will occur. Well, it's already occurred, so I won't tell you what it is. I won't, just don't even. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone for good. Let's see. And then Pokemon Unite to celebrate Pokemon Day. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, some say the best birds, are joining the fray in Pokemon Unite. The legendary trio of birds will be soaring into battle as playable characters. You can get their Unite licenses by participating in a limited time event. And more Pokemon are scheduled to appear in Pokemon Unite.
Just actually, I'll bring it up later. Actually, I'll write it down and maybe I'll bring it up later.
Okay.
Yeah. Never mind. It's for like another story, like for quick bites.
Okay. Sounds good. Pokemon Masters EX will hold a double anniversary celebration to commemorate 30 years of Pokemon and 6.5 years of Pokemon Masters EX. 3 exciting sync pairs are arriving soon, bringing back classic favorites and showcasing recently discovered legendary Pokemon. You can go back to the Kanto roots with Red and Pikachu, who will appear in their featured sync pair scout from Friday, February 27th through Sunday, April 12th. Then you can get Florian and Agrippon in their featured sync pair of February 27th to April 8th. And finally, don't miss out on Juliana and Terapagos. Holy shit.
Oh, it's Terapagos, I think.
Terapagos. That makes much more sense. If only I could sound words out. I didn't graduate elementary school. I'm just kidding.
Crazy name.
What?
I said it's a crazy name.
I know.
I wouldn't have been able to pronounce it if I hadn't like heard it recently. Like the Pokemon.
Terapagos. Okay.
Terapagos.
Thank you for that, because I would have never gotten there. I would have said it 17 times. And those two are coming March 1st through April 8th. So check out those. We got another look at Pokemon Sleep. New research begins tonight. Watch the video introducing the mythical Pokemon. And of course, I say tonight, but that was last week. So there you go.
You missed it again.
And lastly, Pokemon Cafe Remix. Pokemon with fresh new outfits are coming to Pokemon Cafe Remix to help celebrate 30 years. Starting February 28th, You can add 3 Pokemon first discovered in the Kanto region to your game. Then be on the lookout for more Pokemon and chef outfits coming soon. That is all the Pokemon. Boom.
Nice. Excited for winning waves.
Win waves. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Are you excited enough that you're going to draft it in your fantasy critic next year and actually believe in it, Ro? Because you didn't believe in Pokopia. Yeah.
Maybe I might.
All right, Ro. Let's run over some street meets here. We've got 3 of them here. We got a trio. A new sub-franchise of the God of War IP may be on the way. It looks like this is coming from Twitter, WCCF Tech. It looks like the secret is finally out of the bag. Cory Barlog's new quote-unquote IP, previously rumored to be sci-fi themed, is actually an expansion of the existing God of War universe with a brand new franchise. And Nate the Hate, who is a acclaimed leaker, also posted on this and said, "Here's what I have heard. Yes, the game is set within the God of War universe, and the lead character will be Faye. Gameplay is said to differ from the Norse God of War games with more of a focus on action. The current plan is to reveal it this year and release the first half of 2027.
Interesting. I am open to it. I like the God of War games.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're maybe going back to more like the original trilogy with saying it's more action focused rather than, the new trilogy or the new duo, I guess, not trilogy.
Yeah, I'm open to it. I think that sounds cool to me.
Yeah, I agree. It could be interesting. I also think it's going to be interesting to see how my fellow co-hosts grade my prediction that I said at the beginning of the year when I said that Santa Monica would announce a new God of War, the next God of War game. Like, does that count if it's not called God of War, but it's in the God of War franchise? Like, and also they announced the God of War remake also, so it's like,
yeah, and you also have the Sons of Sparta.
That's
game
true.
Too.
That's true.
To add to that, yeah.
I just
what's gonna happen?
I just want you to remember that energy when Gage is coming at me screaming, saying this doesn't count. It doesn't say God of War. This.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be a sight to see. Oh gosh. All right. Our next street meet, Starfield on PlayStation 5 details have been leaked before it has even been announced. Reliable video game leaker Bill Kuhn has revealed the release date and price for Starfield on PS5 ahead of an official announcement from Bethesda and Microsoft. In a post on Dead Labs, Bill, I'm just going to say Bill. That's like a hell of a name there. Said that Starfield will release on PS5 on April 7th, and it will indeed have a physical edition. Assuming the release date is true, Bethesda sci-fi game launches on PlayStation 2.5 years after it debuted on PC and Xbox. And he also revealed that Starfield will launch on PS5 in standard and premium editions, but as you'd expect, there's no early access for the premium edition. The price seemingly is going to be $49.99 for the standard edition and $69.99 for the premium edition, with pre-orders expected March 18th, so 2 weeks away.
Damn. Xbox is coming on PlayStation, but PlayStation is not coming on. So.
That's true. All right. Our last street meet here, Ro. Details on the next Bioshock have been leaked. The next Bioshock game is reportedly an immersive sim where you investigate the regime behind a falling utopia in a dense, interconnected city. The choices will shape the story. It will have realistic physics and environmental alterations. The enemies will tactically react and adapt, and will also be RPG light, with more coming soon. More information soon. Yeah, this sounds very promising. I think my only concern from this has been how this story looks without Ken Levine writing it, because obviously he was the brainchild of Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite. So I really hope that they land another great game, though. I love that franchise and that world. It's such a great narrative.
I have only played 2 to 3 hours of Bioshock Infinite. I have not played 1, 2, or completed Infinite.
What?
So I know. I gotta play those games still.
Oh my god, that's insane. You know what I would do if I were you? I would play, obviously whenever you get to it, but I would play the remastered version or whatever, but play Bioshock 1 first for sure. Play that through and then play Bioshock Infinite. You don't even have to play Bioshock 2. You don't even have to play It's not really, because Bioshock 2 was made by a different developer. It's kind of a side thing, a side story. It doesn't really relate necessarily. I mean, it still ties in a little bit, but it's not like imperative or anything.
Okay.
So
good to know.
Yeah. Okay. Into the quick bites we go, Ro. Warner Brothers Games is set to return to some of our biggest franchise, quote, in 2027 and 2028, according to WB Games CEO JB Parrott. So I guess maybe Batman and maybe The Lord of the Rings is coming back. I don't know.
Yeah, like what are the big franchises that we can list off here?
Yeah.
I hope it's Batman. That would be great. I would love that. Like, and maybe a Batman Beyond game would be really cool. I would love that.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything DC, honestly. Now that I know that Wonder Woman is probably never going to happen.
That's true.
It'd be cool if they could restart that kind of universe. But yeah. That's what I would want. I would love a new Batman game.
Yes, agreed. Okay, Marathon had a server slam this past weekend, and it peaked at 143,621 concurrent players on Steam alone. Very impressive numbers for just Steam. But we also have some stats from the server slam as well. Over 9 million runners were killed, over 16 million total deaths. The most popular shell was the Assassin. Over 129 million UESC were killed. Almost a million rooks were deployed. The rook is a solo only shell, meant to be more like a scavenger. There was over 500,000 rook deaths. So almost half the rooks died. That's funny. 1.3% of the matches had no exfil. So a match where not a single team successfully exfilled out of the map, which is kind of crazy. I guess that just shows you how difficult the AI is in that game. The fact that many people didn't exfil in an entire lobby. Perimeter had a 41.8% exfil rate. Dire Marsh had a 35.6% exfil rate. Bungie also detailed what seasons are going to look like in Marathon, looking ahead to season 2 and beyond. But at launch, there will be complete faction and contract progression. All 6 factions, including Sekiguchi Genetics, all 6 launch runner shells, including Thief, 3 zones, including Outpost. Outpost will unlock the day after launch, giving the community time to gear up and unlock the zone at runner level 12. There will be 28 weapons plus mods, implants, cores, and more to craft your build. And there will be earnable cosmetics, achievements, and storytelling through the codex. Looking ahead at Season 2, Nightfall will be the theme for Season 2, which will give us a look at night-themed maps, which will be interesting. See how that changes the dynamics a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of the start, and we'll see what happens. But they also did say that seasons will last 3 months, and each season will introduce new content and features free for all players to access or earn. And everyone starts each season with nothing to their name, which is a different take than what Arc Raiders is doing. Arc Raiders has the optional wipe. Marathon is saying everyone has to wipe, similar to Tarkov. So we'll see. I do wonder if that's the right decision. Casual players may not jive with that, but we'll see, I guess, having a hard reset. But we also got to look at their launch cinematic trailer as well, which is 8 minutes long, Ro. Pretty impressive cinematic trailer, but all of that coming from Marathon.
Sounds good. I'm interested to see how this game pans out, how it does when it's released. The live service stuff is always a scary thing these days.
That's true, as we'll talk about here in a minute.
Exactly.
You know what? Let's just talk about it now. We led right into it here. iGuard is officially shutting down on March 12th after a tumultuous launch and one final update with a new warden, a new weapon, skill trees, and more. One of the most bizarre things that when I was reading this, I was like, okay, I get if you have your update already done, like just release what you have ready so people can play it. You're releasing skill trees. The game fucking ends in 8 days. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a weird one. How much are we going to be able to progress?
Right.
What is the point?
Yeah. But sad, very sad. It's fallen very fast after being announced in December.
Yeah. I think I read it was 45 days exactly since launch to disclosure, that is crazy. This is what I was writing down earlier and trying to remember when to bring it up. But I thought about it more. I think I may already have my answer to the question. But like games like Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Go, which get like consistent updates, and Pokemon Unite has been out for quite some time, and I don't know how strong that player base is now, but I'm sure it has dwindled. But I think, and I was just wondering, like, why they are given the chance to continue. Maybe it is more successful than I am imagining it. But I think, like, budget is such a huge thing with these things, and they just blow it right away, and they don't give themselves enough money and chance to recover or see if the game can be anything more down the line. And yeah, I think I answered my own question earlier, where it's just people in higher positions are blowing the money way too early, or pulling funding in this case with Tencent, and not willing to ride the ship. Like Highguard, I didn't play very much of it. I didn't enjoy what I played, but I don't know. It's just crazy to just give up so quickly on something that's been in development for that amount of time, and just close the door. Like, yeah, we're not even going to try. This is it. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's not the game developers that are thinking that; it's the people that employ them and make those decisions. Like, we're not doing this. We're not giving you guys a chance to do that. And on the heels of what we were just talking about with Marathon, where it's a crazy, scary time for these types of games, Marathon does seem like has a better advantage than Highguard did with how it's leading into its launch. It had a rocky start with its first trailer, but ever since then it's been progressing a little bit better. but it could be a make or break situation for Bungie with Destiny not doing super hot recently,
Yeah.
and it's PlayStation going to allow Bungie allowed especially going to allow Bungie the time to fix any problems that Marathon may have at launch, if there are any. And I just hope that they they do.
Right.
I hope that there aren't any and it launches well, but it's just scary to think how quickly these studios move on from these types of games now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is a scary prospect, because if you don't keep a consistent player base, then yeah, Sony, or in this case Tencent, look at it and they're like, well, we can't keep supporting this because it's not worth our money. Like, yeah, that's tough, because like these developers put so much time into these games, and just to have it, like you said, 45 days later get canceled, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, and to think that Jeff Keighley went there and played this, and he was like, this game is gonna change the world, and we're like, wait a minute, Jeff, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
That was a heck of a
but
event.
yeah, it was like, it must have been I don't know what he played, but I mean, there are people who enjoyed what they played.
That's fair.
We're just not one of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm just worried for these types of games and studios, even though a lot of them aren't for me. It's never my desire to see them fail and like shut down so quickly, even though I don't have much intention to really try them or play them. I know there's an audience for these types of games out there. It's not that I don't want them to exist or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Blue Point, a completely different studio making completely different games, with Sony closing them, and that being such a head scratcher. I just wonder like how they think about their cost cutting measures. Like maybe they don't close Bungie, but they close another studio to save money if things go wrong and stuff like that. It's scary. It's a little scary.
Yes, it is. Scary time we live in.
Yeah.
All right. Resident Evil Requiem, is the series' biggest launch to date on Steam. What? Insane. With over 5 million copies sold in just 5 days. Let's go. We're gonna keep getting Resident Evil games, and Capcom's gonna keep cooking.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Capcom. I'm happy for Resident Evil fans.
Yes.
It's all good.
Absolutely. And speaking of cooking, Elgato had some announcements, and they are cooking. And this isn't even related to Nest. I mean, it's sort of related to games, streaming games, But I won't go through all. Yeah. I won't go through all the details. I'll just say, like, Elgato put out a lot of announcements, and a lot of it looked really good. Some new hardware for new microphones and new devices, and a lot of streamers were really excited for a lot of these announcements. I was excited to see Wavelength 3.0 get an official release with a ton of bug fixes, because I was on the beta version that was having a lot of issues, but it's seemingly really good, the full release now, because I installed it today and I haven't had any issues with it after OBS has its own issues with but yeah, so far so good, and a lot of really cool announcements from them, so check that out if you're interested in some new hardware. This is not sponsored, by the way. Just to be clear. I just like me some Elgato. All right. The next thing here, Assassin's Creed has some new franchise details that have come out here. They've detailed their plans for 2026 and beyond. Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting smaller updates and more surprises coming. Their Assassin's Creed game, codenamed Hex, which was announced a couple of years ago, is a unique, darker, narrative-driven Assassin's Creed experience, but is taking a bit more time for development. I also think from my other article here, yes, the project was being overseen by Ubisoft veteran Clint Hawking, who made a lot of the better Assassin's Creed games. But through the Ubisoft leadership reshuffle, it is now being managed directly by Assassin's Creed head of content Jean Guston, with Hawking now out of the company again, which is not a great thing to read. So hopefully that game is still got some good vision behind it. We'll see. And then they have their multiplayer project codename Invictus, which is a PvP multiplayer Assassin's Creed that is coming along well, according to them. Which we'll see. I very much enjoyed the PvP that they came up with. I believe Assassin's Creed 3 or 4 was the first one to have the PvP multiplayer. Where you had to like blend into crowds and stuff, and I loved that. That was so much fun to me that you could just like disguise yourself and blend into crowds. Yeah. So I hope it's something like that, but I don't know. See what that is. Yes.
That'd be cool. I remember playing those ice matches at friends' houses and at sleepovers and stuff. I didn't own a lot of Assassin's Creeds growing up, but at other people's houses, I would always play them. Yeah.
And then we got news on Netflix's Assassin's Creed live action series, which is coming soon. Be interested to see what that is, because I don't think the Michael Fassbender movie did very well.
Oh boy.
And then they also announced a free 60 frames per second patch for Assassin's Creed Unity coming to PS5 and Xbox Series S and X tomorrow, which is very cool. The only Assassin's Creed co-op game that we've ever gotten coming tomorrow. And then lastly, they said some whispers have a little more wind in their sails. And they say, keep your spyglass on the horizon while releasing the first art for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So they officially confirmed the remake of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, seemingly dropping the 4 and just having it Black Flag Resynced. So exciting stuff there. Hopefully it doesn't come out this year, because I counterpicked Gage for that. So we'll see. Because the rumor was that it got delayed out of this year. We'll see, though. All right. Crimson Desert previews have made it online and has been seemingly very positive. This is coming from Okami13 on Twitter. He says, in quote, "One of the best skill trees I've ever seen, with 6 different play styles. Almost every node unlocks a new combat ability. You unlock new skills by collecting abyss artifacts. Artifacts seem pretty easy to come by, with almost every mob dropping one. You can also observe new skills from NPCs. The open world has random events. The NPCs can randomly rob you, or you can chase or tackle them. Stealing requires a mask or disguise, or else you end up getting chased by high-level guards, getting arrested, and paying a hefty fine. IGN says the open world reminded them of Red Dead Redemption 2. The open world is packed, and IGN says the scale of the map had them taken back. You can interact with nearly every NPC, with some offering side quests. The skill tree also includes the improved movement abilities like better jumping and gliding. The Grey Mane faction system allows you to manage a crew and send them on missions and earn resources. Some previewers mentioned that the controls can feel cumbersome or overcomplicated. They had 6 hours of playtime, which is only scratching the surface, but impressed with the scale and attention to detail. It's releasing March 19th.
Almost time.
Almost time.
Yeah.
Is someone going to be ballsy enough to pick it up in Fantasy Critic?
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a question mark. I mean, all these things seem very positive.
They do.
but I don't know. Is it all? It's such like a smorgasbord buffet of like so many different things. Is it doing all of them well? Is it doing some of them
Right.
well? Do none of them well? It seems like they're doing something right based on the previews. So I'm sure it'll be at least good. But it's for the longest time we've been asking, is this game real?
True.
And yeah, now we're starting to finally get closer to the day, and I guess we'll find out. I'm very interested. I don't know if I'm going to buy this game right away, but I'm definitely interested to watch people play this and what they think about it. It being reminded of reminding IGN of RDR2 is good news for my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very cool. Very cool.
Very cool. Keurig says he's pre-ordered it. He decided not to buy or play Requiem just to keep his plate clear for Crimson Desert. Can I just tell you, Keurig? You should have fucking bought Requiem and beat it before Crimson Desert. Okay? Requiem's really good, but I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But no, that's cool. I'm happy you're excited about it. Hopefully they can stick the landing, seemingly off to a good start.
Yeah. You have to tell us about it when it comes out.
Absolutely. He said, I hear you, but I take forever to finish games. You know what? You're talking to the resident person that pushes games off, so it's fine. You know? It's fine. All right, last quick bite hero. Control Resonant got some new details today. This is coming from Shinobi on Twitter, Shinobi602. It is not a Souls-like, thank God. It is a push-forward, action-driven, aggressive play-style action game. That is a hell of a sequence of words right there.
No.
It's not quite Ninja Gaiden, but more DMC/Bayonetta. Very cool. I like that.
I like that. Me too.
Hell yeah. It's using an updated Northlight engine with more enemies, enhanced draw distances. They're aiming for solid 60 frames per second on all platforms. Manhattan is divided into unique zones and improves map design over the first game. Each zone has its own visual variety, lore, and secrets. Architecture warps, gravity fractures, and twisting streets. Zoe is a new character and Dylan's handler. There's seamless conversations with dialogue choices unfolding while out exploring. There's not multiple endings. It is not open world where a big world map causes anxiety. Less is more, is the quote. Goal isn't to clear the map, it's just to explore. The quests, the main campaign is Dylan's journey. World quests are side stories. Aberrant is the main weapon. Wait. Oh, okay. The Aberrant has a main weapon and primary and secondary forms with combo enders. The combat pushes momentum and flow with different play styles. Melee hits restore combat ability resource. Executions temporarily boost melee damage. Build variety and heavy, close range, or more tactical. There's no ranged builds only in this game. The Gap is a dreamlike space to shape your build, similar to Alan Wake 2's The Mind Place. Okay. Your build has supernatural combat abilities, weapon forms, talents. The perfect dodge grants a boost to your next attack if dodged perfectly. Resonance are major boss encounters. Defeating Resonance grants unique abilities. Some offer branching playstyle choices. A lot of stuff there, but it definitely seems like this game is not the same as the first Control game, which I find interesting that they decided to call it Control, I guess. But I'm very excited by the prospect of what this game's sounding like it's going to be. It's just, it's a little jarring to me that they called it Control. Like it still feels like it's its own thing, still in the Alan Wake universe, because they're all in the Alan Wake universe. But either way, I'm still very excited to play this game. And Remedy doesn't make a bad game, except for that last multiplayer game that we don't talk about.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I love the comparison to Bayonetta. Yeah, everything that I'm hearing sounds like it'll be a fun action game to play.
Yes.
Yeah, and the video solidifies that point. It looks really good. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Everybody, mark it on your calendars. Carrick, you better be done with Crimson Desert by the time Control Resonant comes out. All right. Let's dive into our Fantasy Critic check-in here, Ro. We don't have any new pickups for this week. You did miss, I don't know if you listened last week, but you did miss last week's pickup where Christian picked up Marathon for $3, which is kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to pick that up.
Me neither. But let's see how it plays out for him.
That's true. I really feel like before the server slam, I thought that Marathon was going to probably get like in the lowish 70s. And now I'm thinking it's going to get like mid to maybe upper 70s. So it's not, I think it's tracking decent for him for points. But we'll see. Never know. But we do have a slight update for a game on my list that went up since last week, and that is Resident Evil Requiem. Last week it was sitting at 88, giving me 18 points. It has since went up 2 points. It is 90 now, giving me 20 points. Thank you, Resident Evil Requiem. Thank you.
Well done.
Hell of a way to get on the board.
Hell of a way. 90. My goodness.
Huge.
I think that's close to our predictions as well when we were doing open critic predictions.
It's true. That's true.
Who was the closest? We'll find out later.
So that puts us right now in fourth place is Christian's team, Magpie 512, with 0 points, but he's had 0 games release. In third place, I've just got 1 game release, which is Resident Evil Requiem, so I have 20 points for Halo is Evolved. Second place is UncRaider.gov, which is Gage's team, sitting at 31 points with 2 games released. And then in first place, Ro is just kicking his feet back, like, get on my level, boys, because I'm at 37 points, although with 4 games released.
4 games released. Yeah. I had to release a lot of games to get those points.
It's true.
So
some would say you should have picked Pokemon. I mean,
yeah, some would say that. I would say that.
And Marathon, of course, comes out tomorrow for Christian's team. So the reviews for that are going to be interesting. We were actually, I think Christian joined the Discord when me and Gage were playing Arc Raiders one night, and we were talking about that, how it's going to be interesting to see how outlets review that game, because one of the maps, as we just talked about, isn't even out right away. I think a couple days later is what I said, to kind of let people get their feet wet. And then they have one of their more unique maps, which takes place on the Marathon ship itself, which the original trilogy of games takes place on the Marathon ship. That doesn't launch until April, I believe, and that was like purposefully done because there's some kind of event where the community is going to have to unlock the ability to travel into space to get to the Marathon ship. So yeah, so it's very cool. However, it does complicate, like, when are these outlets going to do their review for this game? Because, like, if that's part of the game, like, didn't you wait for that? But then it's like, I don't know. It's such an interesting thing.
Yeah, might be one of those review in progress situations until
Right.
that update. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see though.
Yeah. And then we have Ro for Gage's team. He pulled a Dan and picked up Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection, and that's coming March 13th for him. So that'll be next week. And that is all of our March games, believe it or not. We don't have a lot of March games. Our April's looking packed though. So we'll have more on our April games maybe next week, maybe the week after. We'll just let you. We'll let you know. We'll let you think about it a little bit and like question and wonder what they could be that are coming up on the pipeline here. All right. So let's jump into what you got for me. Damn, what you got for me. Well, I am happy. No, I'm not happy. I am super fucking. I was forced into playing a game called Gas Station Simulator over the weekend, and I could not possibly think of a worse game that I've ever played in my entire life. Gage loves these stupid ass simulator games. Him and Justin and Sheldon, they love these slop simulator games where they can go to work and, do a 9-to-5 job in a video game. And I'm like, what is this? With, of course, the twist. Yeah.
Clock out from the actual job to come home and clock in for the fake
for
one.
That. Well, Gage is unemployed now, so he just misses it. He just misses it. He wants to get back to it. Yeah.
Get back to it, yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Of course, this game has the twist where you're playing as aliens, and it's such a weird thing. I don't even know. Like, the agents come in, and then like shit gets. I'm just like, the controls are awful in this game. Let me just say, like, the input latency, I was about to lose my shit. I was like, I can't do this. It's bad. So yeah, we played that. But more importantly, I also played Resident Evil Requiem, which I played probably about 5 or 6 hours of Resident Evil Requiem, which some people are saying it's like a 10-hour game, but from what I've heard, I've asked some people where I'm at in the game, and they said I'm only like a third of the way through, so seems like I'm going to be around like the maybe close to 20-hour mark. So that excites me. I still have a lot left to sink my teeth into. I've been taking my time with it, but I really like it thus far. It's really great. I love how every boss is like super unique design. Like, you have to actually thoughtfully think about how you're going to get through like certain encounters. Decide, like, I've had so many moments in this game already where I'm like running low on bullets, and I'm like, do I shoot this zombie or do I hold on to some bullets because I'm not sure what the fuck I'm going to see on the next corner and freak the fuck out. Yeah. But yes, I very much enjoyed it thus far, and there's a lot of really cool, like, there's like a lot of cool like Easter egg type things too, that like if you're in one of the rooms early on in the game, it has like this roulette wheel, and there's numbers that the roulette wheel goes on. Like the ball will fall in one of 3 different numbers, I believe. And if you watch it, it'll actually, like, the ball will physically drop in one of those 3 spots. And if you shoot your gun on the table where the number is, and it actually lands in that number, you get a token for that, which is really cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so it's cool.
I've seen some like really impressive like graphical stuff too, where like like Grace is looking in a mirror, and of course she's reacting, but like the environment around her in the mirror is like accurate to what's actually behind her, and you can like look into the corner of the mirror, and it's like it's real time moving around. I was like, that's really impressive stuff. I know the RE engine is always gets glazed because deservedly so, but it's pretty crazy to see what they're pulling off in there.
Yes, Capcom is cooking. Just let them keep cooking, because
let them keep cooking.
I just keep loving like, and it's funny because it's like every single Resident Evil game that they've made like since the remakes started, like they're all roughly the same game, but like they're all so unique too. Like it's such a hard thing to describe that it's so much, I don't know, it's so much fun, that core mechanic, that core gameplay loop, and then like the little bits of, you know, Metroidvania where you get an item like much later on that you then backtrack to go to an area to unlock a door or whatever, to get in there. But yeah, I very much am enjoying this game. And I also love how perfect the mix is between Leon and Grace, and their different gameplay styles, because like Leon is much more like of a badass and action focused, whereas Grace is much, you know, more timid and like scared because she's a newer detective. She's a newer detective for the FBI. She's not done this before. She's not a veteran. And like it's super interesting to see like all even the little touches to detail, like Grace is like cowering and freaking out with her gun, like you can see her visibly like shaking in the third person camera, and like she's reacting to what's happening. Or if you're in first person with her, like you're seeing like her head shake and like that kind of effects. Like they did a great job even in third person, because I have to play Grace in third person even though they recommend first person, because for whatever reason in the RE engine, for me, the first person doesn't feel responsive. Like the controls, the sticks themselves, there's some kind of input latency that I do not jive with the first person mode. But third person is great as well. Like they did a fantastic job with animations and everything to like keep that feeling of tension. So good.
Great. That is awesome stuff. So good. Good job, Capcom.
Bro, what you got for me?
Nothing.
Nothing.
This week, I got nothing, unfortunately. I am so sorry. I had
That's
nothing
fair.
this week. That's why I was listening to you to talk about Resident Evil.
Yes.
I was having a great time.
So good. I've heard good things from the Switch version of it too.
So have I, surprisingly. That and Pragmata, when the demo came out for that, people were pleasantly surprised that how well it's running on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh wait, is it on the OG Switch or is it only on Switch 2 now that I'm saying that? I
think it's only Switch 2.
Oh, dang.
Switch 2. Which I do have. I do have a Switch 2.
You do? Wait. Have you had that?
Yes. Remember, I played Kirby Air Riders.
You're right.
And
You're right.
Else. But it was a pretty recent thing. Yeah.
Okay. You're right.
I got it with Zeta A when it came out.
Yes.
Pokemon Zeta A.
Okay. Hell yeah. So then, I mean, there's a chance. Maybe it'll go on sale and Ro will be like, I want to get spooked.
Why not?
Yeah.
Get spooked. And it's so much, and I will be so less scared because I'll be playing dock, the only way to play the Switch in the first place.
Yes, yeah.
Tiny screen, third person, tiny screen, lights on. This is the best way to play for me.
Hell yeah. Actually, Gage has been playing it with Lynn as well, so maybe you play it with Monica. Maybe that'd be a little scary game action that you guys could play.
She does like Leon, so maybe that can get her to play.
There you go.
To watch me play. Yeah. There we go. He is in the game.
Huge. We all love Leon. They better not do anything to Leon. I haven't even. Obviously, I don't know anything. I'm only a third of the way into the game, but all right.
I don't know anything at all.
Cross our fingers. All right. All right. That's the show, bro. Good show. No Gage, but we don't need him. We don't need him anymore. I'm just kidding. He's gonna listen back to this. Damn it, Dan.
What the heck?
Thank you again to everyone joining us live on YouTube and Twitch, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Thank you, Ro. Gage will return. I am Daniel, and this has been Podcast PXN, and we are out. Much love, and keep on gaming.
See ya.